Hello students, hope you are safe and sound at home. We shall begin our next chapter of history, that is the making of the national movement 1870 to 1947. In the previous chapter, we have discussed about the British conquest the territories, new laws, then we have studied lives of peasants and tribals, educational changes, condition of women, challenges to the caste system, social and religious reforms, revolt of 1857 and so on and so forth. Our topic is the emergency of nationalism. Several people ask a question, what is this country of India? Gradually answer came, India was the people of India. All people live together irrespective of caste, class, creed, language or gender. Now we'll talk about important political association, Pune Sarvajanik Sabha, the Indian Association, the Madras Mahajan Sabha, the Bombay Presidency Association and India National Congress. Pune Sarvajanik Sabha, literary meaning of Sarvajanik is all the people. The goal of association was to set up the goal for all people so that the people should be sovereign. The Arms Act was passed in the year 1878, disallowing Indians from possessing arms. In the same year, the Vernacular Press Act was also passed. Both this act stated that whoever criticized government, they would be silent. In 1883, government introduced Ilbert Bill. It stated that there should be equality between Indians and Britishers, but British opposed this bill. A nation in the making. It demanded that Indians be placed in the high position in the government. For this purpose, civil service examination to be held in India as well, not in London. The British gradually assumed that Indian could not be given position of responsibility. The Congress demanded reduction of revenue, cut in military expenditure, and more funds for irrigation. It passed many resolutions for salt tax, treatment of Indian laborers, and etc. Freedom is our birthright. In Bengal, Maharashtra, Punjab, leaders such as Bipin Chandra Pal, Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Lala Lajpat Rai, they criticized moderates for their politics of prayer and emphasized on self-reliance and work. They argued that the people must rely on their own strength. People must fight for Swaraj. Tilak raised the slogan, "Freedom is my birthright and I shall have it." In 1905, virus Curzon divided Bengal in two parts. Bengal was a biggest province of British India. The reason of dividing was administrative convenience. When the partitions of Bengal happened, many people got angry and started to protest, which was known as Swadeshi movement, and later it was known as Vande Mataram movement in Andhra Pradesh. Swadeshi movement was to oppose the British rule and to encourage the people to fight for Swaraj. All Indian Muslim League supported partition of Bengal and demanded separate elaboration for Muslim. Next topic is the growth of mass nationalism. The First World War happened, the situation of India was completely changed economically and politically. When the defense expenditure increased in taxes, military expenditure increased, price increased, and the many common people suffered a lot. But on the other hand, business groups were getting benefit from the war. The war also led the British to expand their army villages and pursued to supply soldiers to serve the British. Next topic is the advent of Mahatma Gandhi. In 1915, Mahatma Gandhi came to India from South Africa. His South Africa campaign on non-violence had a great impact on various types of Indians, Hindus, Muslims, Pharisees, and the Christians, Gujaratis, Tamils, and North Indians, and also upper caste of merchant, lawyer, and workers. Mahatma Gandhi established the Nital Congress against the racial discrimination of black and white. When local movement running in the Champaran Kheda and Ahmedabad, Gandhiji's made two person Rajendra Prasad and Vallabhbhai Patel. Next topic is Rowlatt Satyagraha. On 6 April 1919, Mahatma Gandhi started a non-violent satyagraha against the Unjust Royal Act passed by the British government. This act was termed as Black Act by Indians public because its unjust and restrictive nature. Gandhiji and Muhammad Ali Jinnah and others felt that the government had no right to restrict people's basic freedoms. The Rowlatt Satyagraha was the first all India struggle against the British government. During this act, Royal Satyagraha, the participants tried to ensure that the Hindus and Muslims were united in the fight against the British rule. Next topic is Khilafat agitations and non-cooperation movement. The Khilafat movement began in 1919, brought the Muslims and Hindus on a common platform against the British rule. The leaders of Khilafat agitations, Muhammad Ali and Shaukat Ali, Maulana Azad Hakim, Ajmal Khan, and later Gandhiji also became the leader of Khilafat movement. Gandhiji saw the Khilafat movement an opportunity not to unite Hindus and Muslims in 100 years' time. Muslim League gave full support to National Congress and its political agitation. Non-cooperation movement. It launched by Mahatma Gandhi on 1st August 1920, the first mass movement organized nationwide during Indian struggle for freedom. Thousands of students left government schools and colleges. Many lawyers such as Nehruji, C.R. Das, Rajgopalachari, Asaf Ali gave up their practices. However, the non-corporation movement most successful item was the foreign cloth boycott. People's initiatives. In Kheda, Gujarat, Patidar peasants organized non-violent campaign against the high land revenue demand of the British. In Guntur, Andhra Pradesh, tribals and poor peasants staged number of forest satyagraha, sometimes sending their cattle into the forest without paying grazing fees. They believed that Gandhiji would get their tax reduced and have forest regulation abolished. In Sindh, now in Pakistan, Muslim traders and peasants were very enthusiastic about the Khilafat movement. In Punjab, the Akili agitation of the Sikh sought to remove the corrupt Mahan supported by the British. In Assam, tea garden laborers shouting Gandhiji ki jai, demanding big increase in their wages. The people's Mahatma. People consider Gandhiji as their Masiha. Gandhiji wished to bring unity, no conflicts. Ordinary people credited Gandhiji with their own achievements. Gandhiji was against the violent movement, the non-cooperation movement taken off by Gandhiji because in 1920 a crowd of peasants set a fire to a police station. In Chori Chora, 20 policemen were killed. Leaders as Chitra Ranjan Das, Nehruji argued that the party should fight election to council in order to influence the government policies. Two important developments: first, RSS, Rashtriya Swayam Sevak, and Communist Party of India. These parties held very different idea about the kind of country India should be. In 1929, under the presidency of Nehruji, Independence Day was observed on 26 January 1930 all over the country. Next topic is the march to Dandi. Gandhiji declared that he would lead the march to break the salt law. According to this law, there was a high tax on salt and was expensive. He said that it was sinful to tax because salt is such an essential item for our food. Gandhiji and his followers marched for over 240 miles from Sabarmati to coastal town of Dandi, where they broke the government law by gathering natural salt found on the seashore and boiling seawater to produce salt. Quit India movement and later, Gandhiji emphasized a given slogan, do or die, and the fight against the Britishers non-voluntary. Gandhiji and other leaders were in jail, but gradually this movement spread out. Many youths gave up their studies and joined the hands together to participate in these movements. In 1943, 19,000 people were arrested and the 1,000 people killed in police firing. Towards independence and partition. In 1940, Muslim League demanded their separate independent states because from 1920 to 1930 there was a huge tension between the Hindu and the Muslims. The Congress rejected the League's desire to form joint Congress. Congress failed to support the League because many Congress leaders were in jail. In 1946, election held and the Congress did well in general constituency. When Muslim demanding was fulfilling, then next demanding Pakistan. In 1946, the British sent 3 members in Delhi to examine this demand whether it is suitable or not. After the failure of cabinet mission, the Muslim League decided to campaign for winning Pakistan and Direct Action Day announced on 16th August 1946. On this day, riots broke out in Calcutta. Thousands of people died. Numerous women had to face many problems. Millions of people forced to leave their homes. When partition happened, India was changed completely and the new country was born. That is none other than Pakistan. We could see joy of our country's independence from British rule. With this, we wind up this chapter, The Making of the National Movement. Thank you.